Aquarius, thanks for joining me. My name is Ginger of Tarot by Ginger, and I'm going to read for the consciousness of Aquarius for the month of August 2025. Even though the month is just about halfway through, we still have half a month, and I'm going to do a reading for you. So thanks and welcome in. I want to do a little plug for my channel. If you're enjoying the readings that I've been posting on YouTube, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the like button and subscribe. It's free, costs you nothing. Simple, very simple. And then if you really enjoy a video, if you would leave a little kind comment, just to thank you or write on or whatever, just a little heart, something in the comment section that helps my channel immensely. So thank you so much. All right. Aquarius, I'm going to start with a few cards from the Heart of Fairy Oracle. Let's see what the spirit guides and angels, spirit of the divine, what do they have for you for August? What do they want you to know? How are they helping you? How can you help yourself? What do you need to know that's coming down the pike, maybe? What's already here that maybe you don't see? Let's see what we get. Okay, here we go. For Aquarius. Ooh, I got two. The speaker of truth. Ooh, that would be you. I think that would be you. The speaker of truth. First card is the speaker of truth. The next is the queen of the night. The queen of the night. And the third card is the question. The question. What is your question? Okay, let's see what the meaning of the cards are. The speaker of truth, that is a card that you hope comes up with certain other cards, but it doesn't matter. Let's see what we have. Speaker of truth, trust, acceptance, and an open heart. In fairy, many of the individuals we meet can be tricky. They will tell you a lie as blithely as tell you the truth. It's in their nature. This beautiful man is the speaker of truth. Like Thomas the Rhyme, he cannot lie. When something needs to be told, when a question needs a truthful answer, he will always speak, going to the heart of the matter and telling you what he has found there. It may not be what you wish to hear, but it will be truthful. He can be trusted when you need someone to trust. When the speaker of truth appears, ask him the question. Ask him the question you most need a truthful answer to, and be willing to accept that answer. It won't always be easy, but when he turns up, it means that somewhere within you, you are seeking the truth. So open your heart to him as he opens his heart to you, and truly hear when he speaks. Okay. It's always good to know the truth. Sometimes, actually, a friend of mine was talking last night about the hard truth. So we don't always want to hear the truth, the hard truth, but we're grateful that we hear it because it informs us. Queen of the night, desire, yearning, and inspiration. Behold the queen of the night, the embodiment of all longing. This is her. She is the endless night of desire that never thinks of morning, but not just physical desire. She can inspire you to write a poem, paint a picture, find a lover, all with the all with the intensity of single focus. If you choose to ignore her, you may be haunted by the specter of what might have been. You'll never know whether the fragment of poetry you had in your head would become something complete, or how the images in your mind would translate onto canvas or paper, and you may never know if the person you desire would become your one true love. But you will be safe. If you choose to follow her, this queen will be your constant companion until you have fulfilled your desire. Only then will you be free of her. However, her gift of inspiration may not be what it seems. You may wake to find that the very thing you have created with such passion has turned to dross in the light of day. The poem, mundane. The lover, a loser. Will you risk it? If you come into her presence, I suggest you draw at least one more card to help you make sense of where she is leading you. If, for example, you draw the Prince of Light, then her inspiration will most likely lead you down creatively healthy paths. If you draw the Prince of Shadows, then beware of what the night holds. Well, you have the speaker of truth and you have the question. So let's see what question is burning in your heart. See about this card, the question. So the question card, we have a major big fairy on top of a tree. It looks like that same fairy walking away, and there's a little boy here. So here's a little boy. Here's the fairy on top of the tree, big one, as though it's part of the scenery. And here is it looks like that same fairy walking away, actually. They look like, if it's not one and the same, they're brother and sister. All right, so the question, intention, dialogue, and answers. In fairy, questions are very important. Questions, answers, and wishes. All of those things that help or hinder us on our journey are very much a part of our relationship with fairy. Who am I? What is your quest? Why have you come here? And what do you seek? Are questions often asked by the individuals you meet in fairy. They don't as often ask you who you are. It is more important for you to discover who they are. It is important to know why you are traveling in fairy and to be able to express that reason. You will be asked, when you cross the border into the other world, you should have a reason to be there. Are you a tourist just looking around, hoping to send a postcard home? Are you on a quest, a journey of the spirit? Do you want knowledge, experience of the other world? Are you looking for love? Are you searching for something that you have lost? If you draw the question in a reading, try to answer those questions for yourself. When you have answered, you can ask one of your own. What is that question? Of whom are you asking it? If you are clear about your quest in fairy and in life and what you seek, you will then be able to ask the right questions and be ready to hear the answers from the speaker of truth and the queen of the night too. So, so you're in the other world. You're there for a reason. And what is that reason? What are you looking for? What truth do you want to know? I have the feeling it must be you're asking a question about yourself and your life. And what do you want to know? What is your desire? Because the Queen of the Night showed up here, and she is the Queen of Desire. What would you like to create? What would you like to create? So what I just got a flash of is someone who has an idea in their mind of what they would like their life to be. I saw a house. I saw a nice career. I see a marriage partner. I saw a dog. I didn't see children yet because you look to be youthful. But I see you being happy and as though these are the things that would help to fulfill you and make you feel safe and comfortable. Um, but more than that, what else? Because the Queen of the Night is not just, okay, well, you have the material stuff. What else would make you happy? What else would make you feel safe and fulfilled? When we know that we have a creative ability, there's something about that that makes us feel safe. It helps to, it helps us to know who we are. It's an aspect of who we are. So let's see what the tarot has to say here as far as an answer to this kind of a question. Not that, you know what? Not that anything is wrong with your life. I don't think that you're feeling that there's anything wrong. You're just wondering when things, that things are on the move. You know what you want. That's a major part of the journey, right? Knowing what you want. But more than that, when are these things going to be moving into place? Because it's as though maybe you don't feel as though you can be your creative self. In the meantime, I'm wondering, that could be wrong. I'm just wondering out loud. Speaker of truth, the queen of the night, and the question. Your situation is the king of swords. So this is your suit, Aquarius. You are the suit of swords, and here's the king. The king of swords is transformed. He has connected his head to his heart, I'm going to say. In this reading, in this position, he is the transformed king. He is not just a tyrant or a general who is just spewing orders to everybody. He has connected his heart to his head. He is a very logical, strategic, very highly intelligent man. It's as though he has a bird's eye view of whatever he's working on. It's as though he has a bird's eye view. He has a vision of what he needs to do in most any situation. He's really good with giving advice, practical advice, logical, practical advice. He's very good at that. This is your situation. He'll tell you the truth, no doubt about it. And when you talk to him about creativity, because he is a transformed king, he's not going to poo-poo that because he knows that creativity is a part of every strategy. You've got to have a creative sense in order to put a strategy into effect many times. How are you going to overpower the the opponent? That's a creative kind of strategy. That's your situation. I don't know who the king is. It's not you, it's your situation. So maybe you're being asked to become more like this king. Okay, let's see. Crossing you, crossing your situation is the Nine of Wands. He is the wounded warrior. The he is psychically wounded. So he's feeling vulnerable right now. He's feeling vulnerable because someone has stepped on. I get the sense that someone has stepped on your dream. Someone has stepped on your desire. And I don't feel as though, maybe it could be that you had a part in screwing things up. Maybe you did. But I think that you have a dream. And I think that you are like zoned in on accomplishing whatever it takes to have this dream. But I'm feeling like maybe something knocked you off course enough to really unsettle you. And now you're feeling very vulnerable and you feel the need to protect what you have that remains from what you've built up toward your dream. If that makes sense to you. It makes sense to me. There's a vulnerability here that crosses your King of Swords, your situation. So it's not as though it's 100% roses, right? All right. Okay, here we go. And the reason the reading is taking place is the Seven of Swords. He is the ultimate thief. He is the thief in broad daylight, no doubt about it. No other way to put it. He is the thief. What kind of thief is he? He could be stealing your self-esteem, your reputation. He could be undermining you and stealing your reputation. He could actually be stealing your stuff or stealing money or stealing your ideas, any number of things, but he is a thief. So there's a thief here, and that would make sense for this card. All right. Yes, something's happening here. All right. In the recent past, you've really been, I'm going to say you've been really putting in your work as far as what do I want in my life? What do I want my life to be like? You've been putting in that work. You've given it a lot of thought. And you pretty much know your mind. You know what you really want. And you've really put a lot of effort into determining that. It's important to you. In other words, how your life looks, the kind of life you want is very important to you. More, as important as it is to most people, but this is like your foundation, your marriage, no marriage, house, no house, whatever it is. But whatever your basic foundational home structure is, you've put a lot of thought into it. Oh, this is very nice. Here's your marriage partner. At the top of the reading, it points to the outcome. So I'm going to say you either have a partner or one is coming up for you very quickly. You have the Magician in your near future. The Magician, as above, so below. As within, so without. As within, so without. You put a lot of effort into this. So this wouldn't be your creativity. It would be the active part of your creativity, not the internal, intuitive thought process part, but the active putting it into action. And it's a beautiful thing, as above, so below. This is what you desire. This is the desire of your heart. Okay, now you have to stand your ground because of this guy somehow. You need to stand your ground. This guy is causing you trouble, and we don't know who he is yet. And you have to stand your ground. And the Knight of Swords is coming to your assistance. This is your energy, your environment. This is the energy, the environment around you, around your situation here. The Knight of Swords is coming in to support you and to help you. He really wants to support your effort, your project, your creative effort. It's not so much about the life you want to build. It's more about they really support your creative effort. They want to see it come to fruition because they believe in you. And he's helping you against this guy. All right. So this is a male energy, also strategic, very quick-witted, intelligent, very bright, to the point, you know. This guy's no nonsense. Okay, that's in the energy, in the environment around you. Okay, this is in the hopes and dreams position. This is fast action, a good message coming in very quickly. Good news coming. It could be that whoever this is has been identified and is going to jail. I'm not sure yet, but this is really good, positive message. A quick message coming in. It could be by email or by text, something like that, but very quick coming in. Good, positive message for you. Oh, the Page of Cups. Here's your creativity. I'm going to say that your creativity, your creative desire, the Queen of the Night desire, starts with this Page of Cups. And you know what? This card points to the outcome of the reading because of the position. It's at the top of the reading. This card points to the outcome of the reading. So this is the major, beautiful part of the life that you want. Having a partner, having a nice home, having a dog or a pet, having someone to love and something to take care of, something that you're proud of, that you enjoy. And it gives you safe, it makes you feel safe and secure. And And this Page of Cups, he's very creative, very intuitive, very creative. He trusts his intuition. He knows, he doesn't doubt his creative ability. As above, so below, you got it. I know how to do that. And he is new. He is a message of, I know how to do that, and I can do that. He's a messenger. He is a messenger telling you to trust your intuition. Now, I'm seeing a lot of swords over here. So here you are vulnerable. You know what? Here you're not so vulnerable. Here you're standing your ground and you're doing it rightfully. You are rightfully standing your ground. What these people are telling you you shouldn't do, they have no clue what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about because this has to do with you and your life. And who are they to tell you no, you shouldn't do that? You know, Aquarius, what I'm getting is that hard earned, hard won, hard earned, and it makes it all the more worthwhile because, you know, you're going to be getting the message. You're on the right path. You have the support you need. You have the abilities you need. You know, this King of Swords is your support. This energy is your support. This person is surely your support. You trust and support yourself in the ways that you need to take care of yourself. You know who you are. That's what I like about Aquarius. You know who you are, what you want, what's right for you. So you're not going to let these people tell you what to do. That's ridiculous. You maybe have been or may be the wounded warrior for a little while, but I don't see that being you for very long. This guy, I don't see him anywhere anymore after being at the bottom of the reading. I think, I think this guy, he could be the part of you that could self-sabotage, but he really has no place here. He may have for a little while. You may have been knocked off your horse for a little bit. But that has gone away. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that this could be self-sabotage because you know what? I think you recognize it. You recognize what it's done to you. And you went within and took care of it and turned it around. Because everything after this card, after that thievery, is really very positive. Standing up for yourself against this guy. Standing up for yourself. No, I'm not falling prey to self-sabotage. No, no, no. And you know, you have the Knight of Swords there to support you. The Magician is here. You bringing God's will as above, so below. You know, that means you're in alignment, you're in tune, you're connected. And then the outcome is the Page of Cups, who says, yep, I know how to do this. It's like I've done this in past lives, so I know that I can do it. I'm capable of being very, very creative. The desire of my heart, here's the desire of my heart. That's one of the desires of my heart. This is another desire of my heart. This and this, you know, this is the desire of my heart. And the speaker of truth comes in here. You want to know the truth, buddy? This is going to take you down if you let it. That's the truth I have for you. You're asking. You asked, I'm telling you right now. What's the truth? This guy can take you down. And you said, nope, that's not an easy, you know, when self-sabotage, when we recognize self-sabotage, it takes quite a bit to really overcome that because it's something we learned. It's a coping mechanism. It's about our self-esteem, and that's something that we learn. So the question, what was your question? Is everything going to be okay? Is my life going to turn out the way I'm hoping and planning? I think these cards are giving you an answer to that. And you know what? It may take a little more time. It may take a little more time, but it's heading in that direction. And it looks like, you know, everything is really going well. So if that's your question, and it's a good question, are things going in the direction I would like them to go? Are there pitfalls I have to watch out for? You know what? I think you've already taken care of the pitfalls. And you know what, Aquarius, I know a few Aquarians, and you make your plans and they happen. That's the thing. You're just dedicated and tenacious about building what you want in your life. All right, I'm going to pull a card from the Prairie Majesty Oracle deck to finish up. Aquarius, yours reading so far is the only reading that like has a little bump in the road that you overcame, and there's a really happy ending here. Yours is the only one. All the other readings have been a little difficult. All right. Prairie Majesty Oracle asks, what is ready to go so I can grow? There you go. Burn. Burn. It's like wildfire. Burn out. Purify yourself so that whatever needs to go can go, so that you can let all this good stuff in, right? All this good stuff, really good stuff, all that stuff. What needs to go so I can grow? Well, that's the answer to your question. I thank you for joining me. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.